Dear students, welcome to 9th class biology. So last class we discussed about plant anatomy and plant physiology. So anatomy means study of internal structure or internal structural organization, and we discussed about different types of tissue system in present in plants like epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system and vascular tissue system. So epidermal tissue system and ground tissue system we have already discussed, and next we are going to discuss about vascular tissue systems. Okay, vascular tissue systems. Vascular tissue systems. So what is the meaning of vascular tissues? Vascular tissues, you might have heard about the xylem and phloem. These are the two tissues present in plants. These tissues are called vascular tissues. Okay, so xylem and phloem, which are these two tissues are called vascular tissues. So what is the function of xylem? Xylem, they conduct water and minerals from root to leaf. Okay, then what is the function of phloem? They conduct food materials from leaf to different parts of the plant. Okay, so these two tissues, they are called vascular tissues, and these tissues in plants, they are found like bundles. Xylem and phloem, they are found like bundles. So those bundles are called vascular bundles. So this is xylem tissues, and this is xylem, this is phloem tissues, and this is xylem tissues. They are seen like bundles. So this structure is called bundle. So we call this bundle as vascular bundles. Vascular bundles. Okay. So xylem, the vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, they are arranged like a bundle. So that bundle is called vascular bundle. In plants, we can see three different types of bundles. What are the three different types of vascular bundles present in plants? The first one, radial bundles. Radial vascular bundles. What is meant by radial vascular bundles? In radial vascular bundle, here you can see the picture. Here the xylem tissues are in one radius, they are arranged in one radius, and phloem tissues are arranged in another radius. Okay, so it is the anatomy of the root. If you observe the root internal structure, you can see xylem tissues are in one radius, these are xylem tissues. Okay, and phloem tissues are in another radius. So this type of vascular bundle is called radial vascular bundle. Understood? Xylem and phloem, they are in different radii. So that's why it is called radial vascular bundles, and it is present in mainly roots. So if you check root anatomy, you can see radial vascular bundle, and it is very easy to remember radiovascular bundle and root connection, because root and radiovascular bundle, they start with the letter R, so it is easy to remember. Okay, so that's about first type of vascular bundle, radial vascular bundle. Then we are going to discuss the second type of vascular bundle, that is called conjoined vascular bundle. Conjoined means the xylem and phloem, they are in the same radius. So that type of vascular bundles are called conjoined vascular bundles. Understood? So this is the example for conjoined vascular bundle. This is the phloem tissue and this is the xylem tissue. Phloem and xylem, they are arranged in the same radius. These types of vascular bundles are called conjoined vascular bundles, and conjoined vascular bundles are two types: collateral vascular bundles and bicollateral vascular bundles. Okay, so what is mean by collateral and bicollateral? If you take, for example, If you take anatomy of the stem, you can see this type of vascular bundles. You can observe this type of vascular bundles. Which is the tissue system found in outer part, that is epidermal tissue system, and next one ground tissue system, then vascular tissue system. So in vascular tissue system you can see vascular bundles, and here the vascular bundles are conjoined bundles because the phloem part and xylem part, they are in same radius. This xylem and this phloem and this xylem in same radius, and this xylem and this phloem and this xylem in same radius. This phloem and this xylem tissue, they are in same radius, so they are called conjoined vascular bundles. And here conjoined vascular bundle, they are divided into collateral and bicollateral. Collateral means the xylem in this vascular bundle, the xylem tissues are directed to center and phloem tissues are directed to periphery. Look here, this is the xylem tissues. Okay, they are directed to center of this stem structure. Here they are directed to center, and phloem, this one phloem, they are directed to periphery or outer side. So they are arranged like that. Xylem tissues are they are directed to inner side, and phloem tissues are they are directed to outer side. So this type of vascular bundles are called conjoined collateral vascular bundle. So once again, this is the conjoined collateral vascular bundle. Okay. So if you observe root anatomy, you can see conjoined collateral vascular bundle. This xylem, these are xylem tissues. They are directed to center, and these are phloem tissues. They are directed to periphery. That type of vascular bundle is called conjoined collateral. Okay. And another one is bicollateral. Bicollateral vascular bundle. Here the xylem tissues, both sides of xylem tissue, you can see phloem tissues. So this is phloem tissue, and another one is also phloem tissue. So you can say the phloem tissues are present on inner side and periphery side of the vascular bundle. They are in bicollateral vascular bundle, you can say the vascular bundles, they are present at the both sides of xylem. It present outer side of the xylem, and it also present inner side of the xylem. So this type of vascular bundles are called conjoined bicollateral. Example, it is present in Cucurbitaceae families. Cucurbitaceae. It is present in bicollateral vascular bundles are present in Cucurbitaceae plants. Okay, I will tell once again. Bicollateral vascular bundle, phloem tissues, they are present outer to xylem and also inner to xylem. Then collateral, I told collateral again divided into two types: collateral open, conjoined collateral open, and conjoined collateral close. So look here in this collateral vascular bundle. Here you can see that in between phloem and xylem there is cambium present. Cambium means the actively dividing cells. They are called cambium. This cambium strip is present between phloem and xylem. That type of vascular bundle is called conjoined collateral open. In most of the dicot plant stem, if you observe, you can see conjoined collateral open vascular bundles. But in this case, second one, conjoined collateral close, you cannot see this cambium strip in between phloem and xylem. So they are called conjoined collateral close. This type of vascular bundle you can see in monocot plants. So basically plants are divided into two types. You might have studied in your lower classes, dicot plants and monocot plants. For example, monocot plant, coconut tree. Dicot plant example, mango tree. What is the difference in between these two plants, dicot and monocot? Dicot plant means if you observe their seed has two cotyledons, so they are called dicot plants. But in case of monocot plant, their seed contain only one cotyledon, so they are called monocot plants. So vascular bundle is present in monocot plant stem. It is conjoined collateral close. Vascular bundle present in dicot plant stem. It is conjoined collateral open. And in case of cucurbitaceae plants, it is the vascular bundle is bicollateral. Okay. Then another type of vascular bundle, third type of vascular bundle. So the third type of vascular bundle, that is called concentric vascular bundle. So what is mean by concentric vascular bundle? Concentric vascular bundle means xylem surrounds by phloem or phloem surrounds by xylem. That type of vascular bundles are called concentric vascular bundle. Xylem surrounded by phloem tissue or maybe phloem tissue surrounded by xylem tissue. That type of vascular bundles are called concentric. So there are two types of concentric vascular bundles, amphivalsal vascular bundle and a amphicribral vascular bundle. So what is mean by amphivalsal vascular bundle? Amphivalsal, and the xylem tissues are surrounded by phloem tissues. Okay, so that type of vascular bundle is called concentric amphivalsal vascular bundle. Example, Dracaena. Dracaena plants, they shows these types of vascular bundle, amphivalsal. Then amphicribral. Amphicribral means the phloem tissue which is surrounded by xylem tissue. That type of vascular bundles are called amphicribral vascular bundle. Example, in ferns, you can see this type of vascular bundle. So these are the three types of vascular bundles: radial vascular bundle, conjoined vascular bundles. Radial vascular bundles present in roots. This and xylem tissues and phloem tissues are in different radii. So they are called radiovascular bundle. Conjoined vascular bundle, two types, collateral and bicollateral. Conjoined means xylem tissue and phloem tissue, they are in same radius. And collateral vascular bundle, xylem tissues are directed to inner side, phloem tissues are directed to outer side. Collateral is divided into again two, collateral open and collateral close. Collateral open means between phloem and xylem cambium strip is present. Collateral closed means between phloem and the xylem no cambium strip is present. Bicollateral means inner to xylem phloem present, outer to xylem also phloem present. So these two are phloem tissues, and the center xylem tissue present. And third one, concentric vascular bundle, two types, amphivalsal and amphicribral. Okay. Then next we are going to discuss the internal structures, the internal structure of root, internal structure of stem and leaf, and we will discuss about dicot root and monocot root differently, and also monocot stem, dicot stem, and also dicot leaf and monocot leaf. So this is an important part. So first of all, we are going to look dicot root internal structure. That means we are taking dicot root of the beans. Okay. So if you take the cross section like this, and if you observe that cross section under microscope, you can see this type of image. So what it represents? If you observe this image, you can understand that they are made up of different types of cells or tissue systems: epidermal tissue system, and also ground tissue system, and also vascular tissue system. We will study each tissue system here in this case very detailed. So in this area, this internal structure of the root, it is divided into different regions. The first part is epiblemma or rhizodermis, or otherwise called piliferous layer. So this outermost layer, it is called epiblemma, or it is otherwise called piliferous layer. Okay, and it is part of the epidermal tissue system. And this epiblemma, they protect the inner tissues. So this is the piliferous layer or epiblemma, and on this epiblemma there is no stomata or no cuticles are present, and from this epiblemma cells root hairs are on the epiblemma, you can see root hairs. So epiblemma main point, this is the outermost layer, and here no stomata or cuticles are present. So after epiblemma, outermost layer, if you observe the second region, that is called cortex, they are made up of multi-layered cells, and these cells are parenchymatous cells. So parenchymatous cells, cortex is made up of multi-layered parenchymatous cells. Okay, these cells are parenchyma cells. So what is the function of cortex? In cortex parenchyma cells, they store food. Okay, so main important point here, cortex made up of parenchyma cells, and main function of cortex region, storage of food, and it is also multi-layered. Many layer of cells are found here. Then coming to inner side, you can see endodermis, this white color cells, that is endodermis. Okay, this endodermis is the innermost layer of the cortex. Okay, and the endodermis at the tangential side and radial side, this side and this side, tangential side and the radial side, some thickening you can observe. Okay, this thickening forms strips called Casparian strips, and these cells of this endodermis, they are barrel shaped cells, and at the tangential side and radial side they have thickening. That thickening forms Casparian strips. Okay, so what is the role of these Casparian strips? These Casparian strips, they help in transport of water from cortex to xylem tissues. Here you see, here now Casparian strips, here also now Casparian strips. So Casparian strips, other cells, here you can see Casparian strips. That means the Casparian strip does not allow the water into other cells, but it allow water from cortex to xylem. Here now Casparian strips. Okay. Then next we are going to discuss another part of the internal structure, the internal part, that is called stele. Okay, so we discussed about piliferous layer and also about cortex and innermost layer of cortex that called endodermis. So whatever left after endodermis, that area is called stele. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about stele. So below endodermis you can see pericycle and xylem and phloem and pith, all this region, it is called stele. So vascular bundles are present in the region called stele. So here in stele, there are two components, pericycle and vascular bundles. And stele, pericycle, they are made up of a single layer of cells. This yellow colored cells, they are pericycle. They form a single layer of cells, that is called pericycle. From this pericycle, what you can see, lateral roots are originated from the pericycle. Lateral roots. Then coming to vascular bundle, what type of vascular bundle is this? This is radial vascular bundle. Xylem and phloem, they are in different radii, so this is radial vascular bundle. We discussed radial vascular bundles are present in roots, both monocot and dicot root. And how many xylem tissues are present here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Phloem 1, 2, 3, 4. So this condition is called tetrarch. So vascular bundles in dicot root is tetrarch. And next one, what is exarch? Exarch means xylem tissue. There are two types of xylem tissues, protoxylem and metaxylem. Okay, this small one, it is called protoxylem, and bigger one is called metaxylem. So in case of roots, the metaxylem directed to center and protoxylem directed to periphery. That type of condition is called exarch. What is exarch? Protoxylem directed to periphery, metaxylems they directed to center. So that type of condition is called exarch. So root, their xylem tissues, their vascular bundles, they are always exarch. And when we study about stem, they have endarch condition. Endarch means protoxylem which is in center, metaxylem which is in periphery, just opposite to the root. Okay, so this is about stele. And in between xylem and phloem, a tissue is present. That tissue is called, here also you can see, in between xylem and phloem, a tissue is present, that is called conjunctive tissue. Conjunctive tissue. Okay. And at the center of this dicot root, pith is present. Pith is present. But in case of older roots, this center region, pith, may be absent. So this is about internal structure of the dicot root. So outermost layer, piliferous layer or epiplasma. Then second, cortex, it is multi-layered and store the food. And next one, stele. Stele include pericycle and vascular bundle. Next we will study about, in next class we will study about monocotroid internal structure.